Shalom, all praises, glory, and honors to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Racha, Akodasham, double honors to the apostles, and to the elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to all the brothers and wives in the Bible is teaching this road now, sincerity and in all honesty. This is James 5 Precepts, short and spicy, and to the point, and I'm a brother Mark Pollard from the Great Millstone, Jamaica camp. Now, I'm going to start off this lesson by reading 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter, verse 1 and down. And this lesson basically was inspired to me by a recent video that Christopher Green from AMTV did, which I'm going to play a couple minutes out of it. But I wanted to read this scripture first. So 2nd Ezra 9 verse 1, it says, "He answered me then and said, Measure though the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass which I have told thee before, then shall thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest, which is Yahweh, will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shall thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For as like as all that is made in the world at a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest." It says, "Even so the times also of the eyes have plain beginnings, and wonder and powerful works, and endings in effects and signs." Right? So let me just jump right into the video, see, because we are at the end. We've been saying that we are in the last days of the last days, and it takes faith because things are happening speedily. No, as a matter of fact, let me just play it.
This will be a direct impact, or at least this is what they're proposing, to hit Oahu and Pearl Harbor. In fact, it's very interesting. All of our ships, our nuclear-powered submarines have been sorted out to sea, leaving a defensive posture and then being sent out. They might have to come back, like we saw with Puerto Rico a few years back, and distribute supplies, food rations. There's a good chance that we lose electricity. I've got all my solar generators out and units. That's why I've always urged all of you to be prepared. And we have 3 concurrent storms. Gonzalo, about to hit the Hawaiian Islands in the Pacific, where I'm located. Hannah, which has already made landfall in Texas. Texas experiencing hurricane after hurricane in recent years. And then also out in the Atlantic, Hurricane Gonzalo, which is threatening to make landfall outside of Florida. Now, again, this only proves the point why it's so important to prep. But on Sunday, I wanted to talk to you guys about just kind of where my heart is at on things.
And he says he want to speak about why it's so important to prep. Let me just attack that. You see, because prepping, ain't nothing wrong with prepping, but prepping spiritually. Prepping carnally, you won't get anywhere, man, because at the end of the day, there's an agenda by the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai, and it doesn't matter how you prep. It doesn't matter how you want to prep, man. See, once the Heavenly Father doesn't sanction you to be delivered in this hell that is coming, you won't be delivered. So this is Psalms 44 verse 4. It says, "Thou art my king, O Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai, command deliverance for Jacob, and the seed of Jacob." Are the seeds of Jacob are the so-called Latinos, Native American Indians, and also the so-called niggers. Let's not forget, we are scattered among all nations, so we're going to look like the so-called white man, the so-called Chinese, so-called Africans, so-called East Indians. We're going to look like them also, because we're a variety of people, man. You understand? So let me read it again. Psalms 44 verse 4. "Thou art my king, O Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai, command deliverance for Jacob. Through thee will we push down our enemies. Through thy name will we tread them under that rise up against us. For I will not trust in my bow, neither shall my sword save me. Says, but thou hast saved us from our enemies, and hast put them to shame that hated us. In Yahweh Ba'asham shall we boast all the day long, and praise thy name forever." Selah. You understand? So prepping, remember King David was a mighty expert man in war, But he's saying that he didn't trust in his sword. He trusted in Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai. So when you're prepping, man, you understand? You prep spiritually. That's the reason why it's written in the scriptures. I think it's Ephesians. Hold on. Ephesians 6 verse 10. It says, "Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that he may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. No, so there's nothing wrong with prepping, but spiritually, it's got a armor is a preparation for a war, right? It says, verse 12, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Therefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, that he may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith. This is what you're supposed to be preparing with, man. Wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is his word. It says, which is the word of the Most High, praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, and watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplication for all saints. So that's the way you prepare. You prep spiritually, man, laying up treasures in heaven, not carnally. You understand? Because a lot of these people that are prepping, they won't benefit from what they are prepping. You understand? But the just, the righteous shall benefit from it. And that's all over the scriptures, man. But anyway, let me go back to the video, you know?
Things. And again, what's amazing about this, isn't God's glory and power so incredible? He can do anything he wants. He can blow this roof off this house, right? He can shatter every window, absolutely destroy Hawaii if he decides to do so. Or he can keep it intact. I want to talk about where our hearts are at, where my heart is at, maybe where your heart is at. Maybe you're feeling this too, but I've noticed as the crisis has continued to escalate with COVID, with the virus spreading all across the country, with tens of millions of people broke, unemployed, small, medium-sized businesses being shut down, unemployment benefits ceasing. Here out in the islands, for example, we have the highest unemployment rate in the country. The real rate's probably 30+%. I think they say it's like 20% officially, but I'm thinking it's more than that. All the restaurants are shut down, all the hotels, all the hospitality, every single business outside of the big box stores deemed essential like Target, Home Depot, and Walmart. Everything else closed, buttressed up for good. And people are scared. They don't even know when their next check is going to come. And they don't know what's going to happen next. If we take a look at what's happening all across the globe and the United States, for example, Second Amendment sales, and you know what I'm talking about, through the freaking roof. You can't get your hands on what you need. Food storage has been selling out. I've got a few units left, but most of them are gone. I'd encourage you to see whatever available inventory we have. If you don't buy from us, get it somewhere else. Solar generators, gasoline generators, completely sold out. Gone. Gold and silver hitting record highs. 1,900 in gold. I think it's going to go to 2,000, 5,000, maybe higher. Silver breaking out. Crypto. Bitcoin back above 10,000. Cryptocurrencies across the board reaching $300 billion in market capitalization just in the last couple of days. Crypto soaring double digits. You see, people know instinctually something is really wrong. People know instinctually something bad is happening and is about to happen. And we've reached crisis after crisis after crisis after crisis here in the States and worldwide. The elites are fleeing, they're buying private islands, they're at their bug outs, their second, third properties, they're all over the world. And Americans know something is wrong.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, yeah? We know that something is wrong, because we know, well, for us it's right, because it's the throwing down of this empire, you understand? The Heavenly Father, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, is about to visit this earth, as he had already started to visit, because he bring forth his spirit in the earth. So therefore we are prophesying of what is happening, man. See, Christopher Greenlight, for example, he knows that something is wrong, but they cannot match it up with the spirit of the Most High, because here he's speaking that God this and God that, and if he's an Edomite, he doesn't really believe in the Most High. Yes, he will know that he's true, but he doesn't believe in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, because they hate the Most High. They hate the Son of the Most High also. But people in general, see, they get caught up in this way of life, man. That's the reason why I want to get it in Luke. I was searching for it, as you can see. Shit. I think it is in Luke chapter 12, verse 56, if I'm not mistaken. Right. Yeah, let me start up here. Luke 12, verse 54 says, "And he said also to the people, when ye see a cloud rise out of the west, straightway ye say, there cometh a shower, and so it is. And when ye see the south wind blow, ye say, there will be heat, and it cometh to pass. Ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky and of the earth, but how is it that ye do not discern this time? Yea, and why even yourself judge ye not what is right?" See, so how is it? Because there are events, because people, you have a whole lot of people saying, oh, 2020 is the worst here, and we can't wait for 2020 to end. No, to some degree, that's an ignorant statement, because if you was watching from, let's put it from 2010 coming up the line, each time we venture into a new year, it gets harder and harder and more worse. So if 2020 came in with a bang, which the Apostle Paul called 2020 the year of prophecy, what do you think is going to happen to the year 2021? Because we ain't see no changes being made, man. We ain't see no adjustment being made in the economy, but we've been hearing about the second wave. You know, we've been hearing about kicking the can down the road in the economy, and we've been hearing about collapses that's supposed to be taking place. So therefore, it ain't no better coming for 2021. See, but people, you Jake, man, I'm speaking to you Israelites, to be precise. For some reason, you think that this is gonna get better some way, somehow. There ain't no better here, man. The Lord said, as a matter of fact, he must. Let me get that in Amos. See. Let me get that in Amos. Amos 9, verse 8. It says, "Behold, the eyes of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahshua upon the sinful kingdom," and that's America, man. Over here in the west, it says, "And I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord. For lo, I will command, and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations, like as a corn is sifted in a sieve. Yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say, the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us." So the Lord said he's going to destroy this sinful kingdom of the earth. So there ain't no better coming, man. There ain't no better coming. And I draft it up in Isaiah 13, verse, let me get it right here. Show you how he's going to destroy it, man. Isaiah 13, verse 17 says, "Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it." Against who? America. Babylon the Great, the daughter of Babylon, yeah? Mr. Babylon the Great, which is spiritually known as Solomon, Egypt also. Verse 18, "Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah." And how did the Lord do that? With unquenchable fire. The Lord actually split the atom and burn it, man. So it's the same way America is going to be hit. But this time, the Lord gave them the technology to put it into that missiles, man. Into those missiles to get the job done. You know? And when you go up further, right here in, where is it? Up further in the same chapter, this is a beautiful chapter, man. Isaiah 13, verse 5 says, they come, Isaiah 13, verse 5, it says, "They come from a far country," speaking of the missiles, "from the end of heaven, even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land." So the missiles is going to come, and at the same time, the Lord is going to be coming with them and them chariots, man. You know, because the Lord likened the missiles unto his army. Verse 6 says, "Oh, he, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty." That's the reason why you see all chaotic events is taking place. Is just catastrophic event after event. You know, you have the protesting, you have a whole lot of shit is happening, man, prophetically. Right? Verse 7 says, therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt, and they shall be afraid. Pangs and sorrow shall take all of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames. You know? Faces will get a paleness, man. Weak, feeble knees, man. People gonna be dumbstruck. Can't believe. Fear for what's happening on the earth, man. You know, meanwhile, the elect is going to be giving glory unto Yahweh Shem Yashai. Verse 9 says, behold, the day of the Lord cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners there out of it. For the stars of heaven and the constellation there shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in going forth, and the moon shall not cause their light to shine, because you're going to have this great mushroom cloud, man. Verse 11, and I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity. So you Edomites, you're gonna get it, man, because you're the wicked also. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and that's you. And I will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible, and I will make a man more precious than the fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. That's gonna be the elect, man. You understand? And there is no getting better but within the spirit, man. There's no, the economy is not gonna fix, and then you're gonna live happily ever after, walking into the sun. You know, with your white picket fence. No, that's up, man. That's up. See, Devon Father is finished with that place, and he's about to burn it, man. And I hope that this lesson has been an edifying one. Shalom. My memory is running out, so I have to close it there.